It's our CB.
ಟ್ರೋಫಿ ಎತ್ತಿದಾಗ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತು ಹೊಗಳಿಕೆ ಶಹಬ್ಬಾಷ್. ಈಗ ಹುಡುಗರ ಸರದಿ, ಅವರಂತೂ ಗೆಲ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಶಹಬ್ಬಾಷ್ ಹುಡುಗಿಯರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಈಗ ಪ್ರತಿ ಗೇಮ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಸುರಿಯಲಿವೆ.
Then we have a short presentation here where we will basically show the progress of the projects and other things. We'll use that presentation for discussion of the railway projects. Friends, as you know, the NDA government got a historic mandate. After 60 years, a Prime Minister was elected for the third time. And this is on the entire base of good work done in the first and second terms by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. The good work which reflects in the field, which is visible in the field across the country, north to south, east to west, every part of the country, people are seeing a change in their lives. I worked extensively in the different parts of the country, and everywhere people say that what did not happen in 60, 70 years, that kind of work is visible today in the last 10 years. And that is the foundation of Bharatiya Janata Party's work, NDA's thinking, and Prime Minister Modi ji's vision. This vision encompasses two major population groups as the core of our economy, core of our society, core of our country. The low income groups and the middle class families. Lot of changes have happened in the low income families. You have seen program after program, starting with Jan Dhan, then Ujjwala, getting the gas connections, getting water connection, getting free food. All those programs have made a big change in the lives of the people. In the lives of middle class, there is a lot of change because of the infrastructure projects, metro everywhere, and new airports, new universities, 390 universities constructed, built in the last 10 years, new IITs, new IIMs, that basically helps the middle class. The major demand which was coming from the middle class families was about the tax rate. So, as you are all aware, a major decision was taken in this budget that there will be no tax for middle class families up to 12 lakh annual income. What I want to share with you is the thought process behind all these programs. If you go back to 2014, our country was in a shape where despite so much talent, despite so much technical capabilities, despite so much entrepreneurship, our country was considered as one of the fragile five. And that was because of bad policies of the UPA government. From where Atalji left 2004, from there to 2014, the economy actually came into a very bad shape. People started talking about India as one of the fragile five economies. Fragile five as in it can break anytime. That was the condition. From there, 2014, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he took the responsibility of the country, he started first building up the institutions. Institutions like banking, our banking institution was in very, very bad shape in 2014. Today it is one of the most profitable and healthy banking sector in the entire world. If you look at the entire world, if you compare, it is among the most healthy banking sector. Our housing sector, middle class families were suffering because they had paid money to the builder and the builder was not delivering the houses. That was the condition. Just go 10 years back. It's not very far away. We can remember those days. So housing sector was cleaned up. New acts were passed. NPA was a big problem, non-performing assets. That was cleaned up. IBC was passed so that the people who are not performing properly, they can be properly, that those assets can be taken and given to somebody else. A large infrastructure project was taken up. Everywhere highway construction improved. Railway construction improved. Everywhere new airports started coming up. So if you look at the entire process, Our PM's economic thinking is public investment in social, digital and physical infrastructure. Just go back 10 years, cold rock was the biggest discussion everybody had, right? Getting a connection made was a difficult thing. And today, we are among the best 5G networks in the entire world. More than Europe, better than US, that kind of situation we are in today already. Lowest data rates. Social infrastructure was given equal weightage. 390 universities have been set up in the last 10 years. IITs doubled, IIMs doubled, AIMS doubled, medical colleges, new medical colleges opened. Everywhere the thought process was build the institutions, get the country on a good foundation, make sure that our system is working properly for the benefit of the people. That is the thinking behind all our decisions, all the decisions that Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji takes. And the focus was on the low income families and the middle class families. That is where the focus is. In the occupation groups, if we look, a lot of focus has been on farmers and MSMEs. These are the two occupational groups on which huge emphasis has been given in the last 10 years. We have seen the Kisan Samman Nidhi program. Today, rarely you will find a problem where farmers are in such a distress. 10 years ago, you recall, there were suicides after suicides used to be the news. That is no longer there. Farmers are getting very good MSP remuneration. The amount of MSP which is given is more than 3 times what it was 10 years ago. Lot of focus is there on productivity. Lot of focus is there on getting better technology in agriculture. Same is the case of MSMEs, getting better credit terms, making sure that the MSMEs are paid by the big companies who are their customers. All those things have happened in a period of time. That is why the 10 years, despite the COVID period, we are seeing an economy which is the fastest growing large economy today, and inflation is under control, and we are in a situation today where we can confidently say that we will keep growing at 6 to 8% in the coming years while keeping inflation under control. I gave you a bigger picture of the economic thinking, right? Now I'll come to the specific points of the budget. In this economic thinking, as I said, our Prime Minister and our Finance Minister have always kept the lower income and middle income families at the core of the entire thinking. Lower income, there are many programs, many new programs have come up, and for middle income families, middle class, this year the major tax relief was given. 12 lakh rupees per annum, 12 is a big jump from the past. I am sure many of us sitting in this room know people who have got benefit because of this, right? The second big thing in this budget is the investment program that we have taken up so far is going to continue in a very big way. So, if you recall, 10 years ago, the investment used to be just about 2.5 lakh crore. Just about 2.4 lakh crore was the investment done by the government. Today, the investment is of the order of 15 lakh crore. The government capex program is 11 lakh 20,000 crore, and the effective investment, which includes the grant in aid given for various programs, various schemes, combined that the investment is of the order of 15 lakh crore. So that means every investment means new employment generation, new opportunities coming for our people, new growth potential for everybody. New investment means, for example, if Bengaluru gets a new terminal, airport, then obviously more people will work there. More people will get opportunities to have more shops there. More people will get opportunities in ground handling. Lot of new things start coming up. Let's say a new station is built. Then more opportunities come for the people. More employment gets generated. People get more growth potential. So new investment means new growth potential. Second is complete focus on MSME as a new engine of growth. Our MSME Honorable Minister is with us. She will be able to give many details of the programs. But here the big focus is on making sure that the MSMEs get enough capital to run their business. So credit and early payment of the invoices, these two are the major problems for any MSME. These two are going to be the major focus of our government as an announcement in this budget, as a program of this budget. For credit, there will be many new things. For example, prepaid credit cards. For example, UPI based credit lines. For example, making sure that the public sector banks come up with new programs. For example, making sure that the cash flow details can be used by the MSMEs for getting the credit rating and getting the subsequent credit. Those kind of programs will come up in the coming days. The second is about getting the payments in time. So, as we know, our MSMEs are big exporters. So, cross-border bill discounting systems, what we call, technically we call it factoring, factor market. So, factoring, or in easy terms, bill discounting is the common term we use. So, within the country, bill discounting is already established very well. So, to give you an example, if MSME supplies to a big company, then the payment comes after, let's say, 4 months. So the MSME's capital is blocked. Correct? So how to unblock that capital? To unblock that capital, there has to be a mechanism by which the invoice which is given by the big company should be good enough to get the payment done to the MSME. Right? So that payment can happen in 15 days, 12 days, 10 days instead of 4 months. Then the capital comes into rotation. That is the thought process by which this announcement in the budget has been made. Third is huge focus on manufacturing. We all know that India is a very important services economy, and Bengaluru is a good example of that. So many GCCs, so many IT services. Apart from services, employment generation happens in manufacturing sector. 10 years ago, Make in India program was launched. The program is a very big success. Today we are among the largest manufacturers of mobile phones, defense equipment. You have seen the Aero Show. So many things are manufactured in our country today. Now semiconductor manufacturing has started. So many things, servers, laptops, so many things are getting manufactured in our country now. To take it to the next level, the focus will be on employment intensive sectors. For example, footwear. Footwear is a sector in which one factory can actually employ as many as 30,000, 40,000 people. Single factory can employ 30,000, 40,000 people. large employment intensive sector. For example, electronics. A factory nearby, it's in Tamil Nadu, Hosur, and the next big factory will come in Bengaluru, close to Bengaluru, in Karnataka. Single factory, 40,000 people. Single factory, mobile phone manufacturing, electronics manufacturing. Single factory, 40,000 people. The next big factory is right now under construction in our Karnataka, here, very close to Bengaluru. Next time when I come here, I will visit it. That will employ single factory, 40,000, 50,000 people it will employ. So it is very labor intensive. Very labor intensive sector. Last time when I came here, we went to another IT sector, telecom equipment manufacturing company. Again, scaling up such sectors which are labor intensive, which can really employ a large number of people. That is the third big announcement. Toy sector, food processing sector, labor intensive sectors like footwear, like clean technology. This will be a major thing for our budget. The next big thing is lots and lots of focus on technology. As you are aware, without technology, growth is not possible beyond a point. So we have, Honorable Finance Minister has announced a fund of funds for deep tech startups. Bengaluru obviously will be a big beneficiary of that, because Bengaluru has so many deep tech startups which require funding. So fund of fund for deep tech startups will be a major thing which has been announced in this budget. The second thing is developing our small modular reactors for the nuclear energy. ₹20,000 crore has been earmarked for developing nuclear energy reactors, which are small reactors, small modular reactors. They can be manufactured in a factory and they can be installed at a place. It may take a few years to develop the entire project, but that will give us very good clean power over the coming years. Then we have many more technology items in the budget, which I'm sure AI has become a mainstream thing now. So there will be a lot of focus on executing our AI mission. I'm sure you are aware that our Prime Minister believes in democratizing technology. So how do we give access to GPUs to all the startups? So that is why we created a mechanism by which we have now got 18,000 GPUs as a common compute facility. We had made the announcement about 10-15 days back, and very soon the portal will also be launched so that the people can start accessing those GPUs. Then there will be research fellowships for deep tech, then gene bank for crops, germoplasm, then national geospatial mission. Many things are there as part of the technology. The entire thing will be built upon reforms. Entire progress, the next phase of growth will come based on reforms. And here what we mean is Our Prime Minister says that we should have enough government, but we should not have very burdensome governance. Governance has to be very smooth. People want something, it should be easy to get. People have some problems, they should be easily connected with the government and they should be able to solve the problems. Industries must not face the compliance burden. Small, medium businesses should be totally out of the purview of cumbersome laws and processes. So, mission on manufacturing, a mission for reforming the compliance is both in the financial as well as non-financial sectors will be taken up. These missions over a period of next 1 year will identify every problem, and I'll request all of you also and to the listeners who are listening to this to give your suggestions. Any small suggestion is welcome. Every small idea is good. Every idea which reduces the compliance burden in every sector, aviation, industry, taxation, stock markets, capital markets, financial sector, cities, everywhere, every such suggestion is welcome. So please come up with those suggestions. So regulatory reform will be most important. I'll come to 3-4 specific items related to the taxation. One, lot of simplification has happened in the electronics component tax systems, marine product tax system, shipbuilding taxation laws, MRO we have heard for aviation, now MRO for railways, MRO for metro sector, MRO for other shipbuilding sectors. Those also are now part of our agenda so that we can have more employment generated for this. In case of electronics manufacturing, as you know, now we are going deeper into the electronics manufacturing and focusing on component manufacturing. So there were many tax anomalies in component related taxation slabs. All those anomalies have been removed. So we can see in the coming years, today already electronics is among the top 3 export items in the world, in the country. It will gain more prominence and maybe it might become the second largest or even the largest export item in the coming years. So that is the nutshell, the entire budget. I'll take a look at the macro position. Our economy is today of about 330 lakh crore total economy, our GDP, and we are growing at 10% nominal rate. So next year will be about 356 lakh crore. It's a large size economy now, and already 5th largest we know. Very soon it will become 4th largest, depending upon the level of foreign exchange rates, and of course depending upon whatever is happening in the world today. But in a macro level, we are at a very healthy position because our debt level is just about, central government's debt level is just about 56% of the GDP. You compare it with all other large economies, from top, the biggest economy US, to the next economy China, then Japan, Germany, then India, then UK, France, Spain. You compare all these, we are the healthiest economy at this point of time from a macro perspective. Among all the large economies, our economy is the healthiest from the macro perspective. Our budget today is about 50 lakh crore, and our borrowings as a percentage of budget is coming down consistently. Our fiscal deficit is just about 4.8%. It is coming down to 4.4%. You compare that with the developed countries, today that is in the range of 7%, 6.5%. So we are in a very healthy position from the macroeconomic point of view. And that has been possible because of a good, consistent thinking, very prudent thinking over the last 10 years. And that puts us in a good shape. Recently, I was at Davos, and the IMF chief, she was surprised when she heard about our Prime Minister's economic thinking. Very clear, cogent economic thinking. So that is the current situation. I will now come to the railway related matters. First, I look at the bigger picture of railways. You know that the railway budget allocation for Karnataka has been increased almost 9 times. From the UPA period, it was 835 crore per annum. From there, it has come to 7,564 crore. From 835 crore coming up to 7,564 crore. Total investments of railway projects in Karnataka, 51,479 crore. 51,479 crore. The stations which are getting rebuilt, completely rebuilt, under the Amrit station program, 61 stations are getting rebuilt in Karnataka. Since 2014, we have constructed more railway tracks in Karnataka than the entire railway network of Sri Lanka country. 1,652 kilometer new railway tracks constructed. That is more than the entire railway network of Sri Lanka, one country. 644 flyovers and underpasses have been constructed. 644, record number. You compare, it will be more than the number of many decades before that. 10 Vande Bharat trains are either originating, terminating or passing through Karnataka. Many more will come. Some of the programs, station development programs, are of really big magnitude. SMVT 300 crore. Yashwantpur 367 crore. Bengaluru Cant 485 crore. Tumkuru 88 crore. Many more. I'll show you the pictures.
Slow.
Oh, slow. Sorry. Sorry. Vande Bharat speed, na? SMVT 300 crore. Yashwantpur 367 crore. Bengaluru Cant 485 crore. Tumkuru 88 crore. I'll give you many more. I'll show the photographs of the stations, how we are developing them. Suburban investment, and I'll come in detail about suburban, so that because it is relevant, that is third part of the discussion today. Suburban investment will be 15,767 crore, shared by the state government, of course. Metro investment 15,611 crore. I'll repeat these two. Suburban 15,767 crore. Metro investment 15,611 crore. Circular rail, we are still preparing the DPR. Just about 1.5 years back, we had given this concept to the city so that the city can continue to grow for next 30 years, 40 years. So that concept we had given. I'll show you the concept today. In 14 universities, we are doing the semiconductor training programs. 14 universities. Electronics manufacturing is a big thing, pushed by, promoted by, encouraged by central government, supported by state government, and a good thing for the people of Karnataka, entire country. 13,162 crore investment in electronics manufacturing has happened in the recent past. Many more coming up. New research for gallium nitride. This is a technology in semiconductor which is used in telecom and power industries. 334 crore project given to IISc Bengaluru for developing the new technology. Now I'll come to the decongesting the Bengaluru city, the projects related to that. Suburban project and metro projects are very, very critical, very crucial for Bengaluru. Today we are 1.5 crore population city. It's a large city now, very large city. So we need to rapidly expand our metro network and suburban network. Rapidly as in really fast construction should happen. Really fast we should move. Then only we can do justice to our people. And here both the state government and the central government must move in synergy, must move in a synchronized way. In suburban, I have been reviewing it in detail in the last many visits, and each time the major problem which has come up is the lack of technical people. So I am going to request the state government that please allow full-time MD appointment from railway technical cadre. Please allow that, otherwise the things are not moving forward. It is really a painful matter that the project execution by the state government is not up to the satisfaction that our people want. Our cities, our citizens, our people living in Bengaluru, their expectation is very high. To meet that, we must have a very strong technical team. So I am going to make this request to the state government that we should have a technical person as a full-time managing director and at least 12-13 more technically qualified people in electrical engineering, civil engineering, in signaling domain. Those people must be appointed at the earliest. We will give the proposal to the state government. If the state government agrees, then we will depute people from railway to K-Ride organization so that the project can move fast. Funding from the central government is coming absolutely as per requirement. There should not be a problem. The second problem which Suburban Railway was facing is that the tender for train sets, rolling stock, has failed 3 times. The tender has failed 3 times. I had a very detailed review in the morning today, and now we are proposing that the railways will supply the trains to Bengaluru Suburban Rail Project. The tender structure, see, it's a very technical subject. Railway is a very technical subject. The way the tender was structured by the state government, I'm sure you know that the project is executed by the state government. Right? That's a state government controlled body. I'm sure you know that, right? There shouldn't be any confusion about it. So the tender was structured as a PPP project where somebody will come and supply the trains, and over a period of many years the payment will be given. That doesn't work in metro and railway sector. And even Bangalore Metro we will try and support. Today I came to know that there are some problems in the manufacturing of trains for Bangalore Metro, although that doesn't come within the railway purview, but still from our side, for our focus is people of Bengaluru should get good facilities. That is more important. We should not get into this is domain of state, this is domain of center, this is domain of this ministry, this is domain of that department. No. What is important is people of Bengaluru should get the facilities at the earliest. That is important. So with that objective, we'll work, we'll cooperate, we'll support every which way. So that is the second point. Third is about circular rail. The concept is now get crystallized. You know, I'll show you on a PPT. PPT लगा दोगे आप?
Yes. Sir, on this, coming back to the KRI issue.
I'll come to the questions. I'll take all questions. Don't worry. Absolutely patiently. All questions. So circular rail, the concept is now getting developed. You know that Bangalore city is connected by 7 spokes to the city. So just about 1.5 years back, we gave this concept, we created this concept of a circular rail. And we have created this concept in other cities also. Because today we have to look at urban from a 50-year perspective. We have to look at 50 years ahead and then think what will be the requirement in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and start doing the work today. Then only we can do justice to our people, right? So that is why this concept had come. Now that is getting fully crystallizing. The fourth is about airport connectivity. Airport connectivity we are getting from metro, we have the road, we are getting the K-ride connectivity, and one more option we are creating is the railway connectivity to airport. When I came here last time, I travelled by train from airport to city center. And I realized the huge potential of doing this connectivity. Very comfortable ride, 45 minutes, 40 minutes or 45 minutes, very comfortable. There were a few technical glitches because at some point we had to create a rail flyover. That means railway line coming over another railway line, rail flyover, not the road flyover, rail flyover. So team has done that work. They showed me the concept today. I'll share it with you today. That will again bring big relief to the people. Fifth point is increasing the capacity of Bengaluru area. Today Bengaluru area does about 200 long distance trains every day. So about 2.5 years ago, we have taken up a project across the country, all the big cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Chennai, Hyderabad, all big cities. We want to increase the capacity of the city so that they can take more trains and they can dispatch more trains. That requires a lot of investment and a lot of thinking. So the plan for Bengaluru to increase its capacity from 200 trains per day to 400 trains per day. Objective is, and it's a big goal, it's not a small target, it's a large target. Then in 5-6 years from now, anybody traveling out of Bengaluru should not have any waiting list. That's the thinking. It's not an easy task, it's going to be very arduous. Patience will be required, a lot of work will be required, but let's keep that as a target, as a big target, so that in 5-6 years from now, we should be in a very comfortable situation as far as the people traveling from Bengaluru are concerned, right? Thank you. Dhanyavadagalu. I'm coming. I'll show you on the presentation, right? So these are the 5 points for decongestion of the city. I'll show you some things on a PPT. Light white.
Can come here. Yeah.
उल्टा है
साइड कर साइड इधर ही बैठ इधर करो
चेक चेक ऑडियो चेक ऑडियो चेक लाइट थोड़ी सी और कम करना
You better come here, sir. एक साइड ही रहना है.
I'll use this.
Face में लगेगा. Okay,
So, I'll start with the station development program and show you some of the stations in Karnataka. थोड़ा volume कम करो. Volume कम करो. These are the 61 stations. Little bit more. These are the 61 stations and we'll share this list with you. आप print करके दे देना. प्रशांत?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Print करके दे देना. These are the stations. What is important is not only big cities but also very small cities are also getting the stations reconstructed. That is very, very important. Remember, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji gave Gram Sadak Yojana, right? Same way, so that the small villages can be connected. Same way, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has given Amrit Bharat Station Yojana, so that even small stations can be reconstructed. This is our Bengaluru. आगे से Bengaluru लिखना है, Bangalore नहीं लिखना. Uru, my Uru, correct? So Bengaluru, not Bangalore is old colonial English. You should have Bengaluru. Okay? This is beautiful station. Looking at the heritage of the city, making sure that there is enough space available. The design is very nice, neat and clean. That is the good thing is everywhere the design is for 50 years from now. We have projected the traffic that will come to the station 50 years from now. And with that as the projection, we have taken up the station development program. That is the thinking. And I'll tell you, share very small real thing with you. When we came with the presentation on 50 stations, 60 stations, initially when Prime Minister gave me this responsibility, it was a 2.5 hour presentation. And after 2.5 hours, PM said no. He didn't agree. He didn't approve the project. We were really, I was like, kya kare? What do we do? 11 in the night, PM calls me and he says that आपका स्टेशन का डिजाइन आज के लिए अच्छा है, लेकिन मुझे 50 साल आगे का डिजाइन चाहिए. Oh, then my eyes opened. Then next day, all the old designs we put it in a shredder. बंद करो उसको, सारा नया तरीके से सोचो. Then we collected the entire team and 50 years आगे का सोच के डिजाइन बना. That is why all these designs are 50 years from now. I am showing some small and some big, right? So this is Bantawara. Somebody else read the name, na? You read the names. I'll make mistakes. Bantawara. This is Tumukuru. Beautiful. Anybody from Tumukuru? Like it? Good. Correct. And Tumukuru also blends with the blends with that. Everywhere our thinking has been, look at the city, look at the culture of the city, look at the aspirations of the city, and then design the station. I'll tell you one very nice another experience. In Cuttack is a 5,000-year-old city. It's very, very old, very old, very ancient. I had the good fortune of serving the people there as collector. So there is a lot of good relationship there. So when we designed the station, we took 3 options, and I called all the prominent citizens. 1,000 citizens we collected in one room, and then we asked the people that which is the design that you want. You won't believe, 999 people wanted one design. The option 2 which was given there, 999 people wanted one, only one person wanted another. Then we went for the design which everybody wanted. So that is the thinking. It is your station, right? It is not government's station. It is your station. You are the owner of the city. So it should be for your interest and your work, right? This is Subramania Road. This is Tiptoor. This is Bengaluru Canton. Work is going on at very fast pace. How many did anybody get a chance to visit it?
We suffer every day.
But I'll tell you one more thing. See, big stations, I won't take name, they become international. Large stations of this size, in Europe, the time frame is 12 years. 12 years to reconstruct a station of this magnitude. Our Prime Minister, you know, right? You work till here, he'll say up to here. Work till here, he'll say no, I want this. So, he is very, very tough boss, very big taskmaster. He'll keep pushing us. So our targets are within 5 years we have to complete this entire 1,300 stations. That is the target. And this year already, this year we'll start the inauguration processes. 2 years back Prime Minister laid the foundations, and this year we'll start the inaugurations. So there will be a pain during the construction, of course, and I apologize for that. But when it gets completed, you must thank. This is Whitefield. TV screen होता तो better लगता ना. This is Gangapur Road. I'm sorry, you speak man. We'll correct it. Then Kalaburgi. Beautiful, na? Complete looking at the master plan of the entire city. Lot of thinking going in. Each and every design is in detail, it is checked. Shahabad. Small but very important. Wadi. Wadi is a big junction. Very complex station. So many trains come from so many directions. Badami. Look at the design of Badami. Heritage. I was reading a book called Lords of Deccan. Chalukya Dynasty. Beautiful, no? This is Bagalkot Junction, a modern functional design. Davangere. Bengaluru. Malleshwar. Nearby, anybody from Malleshwar?
We are in Malaysia.
Gata Prabha. What I do is, I always apologize upfront. Disclaimer. Right? Because I can speak some languages, but I can't speak all languages. Right? So that's why I am putting the entire thing on responsibility on your young MP. When he becomes like us, then India will be a developed country, no? Gokak. Very nice functional design. Good. Anybody from Gokak? No. Yashwantpur is, I'll tell you one more big thing about Yashwantpur. Yashwantpur will become a major cargo hub. See, we are 1.5 crore city now. 1.5 crore city means so many things that we require. Electrical fittings, tiles, clothes, food items, daily ration, so many things that we require, right? So we are developing a new type of cargo train, which is developed like a train set, and in 2026 it will be ready. We are designing it so that you can bring cargo into the middle of the city. Today, normally what happens? There will be a large warehouse outside the city, then from there trucks will come in. Correct? That is the concept today. That concept has to change. Train can come right into the middle of the city. So we are designing those new type of trains, and Yeshwantpur will be one of the hubs for cargo. Again, a nice design, very modern design. It's a massive work. Yeshwantpur work is very big. And has anybody seen that? Don't say that we are suffering. I have inspected 2-3 times, right? I have inspected it 2-3. Madam, how is it? Work is going good? Fast? Thank you. Journalists rarely praise anybody, anything. So give him a big clap, yeah, he has praised something. This is Chennapatna. One journalist said that it is unethical for me to praise. Toys, na? Oh, that is why these toys are there. Oh, these are the Chennapatna toys. Oh, famous, very good. See? Chennapatna toys, very good. See, look at the thinking. I didn't know. Sir told. Your constituency? You told, right? But see, the design is looking at the Chennapatna city toy industry. Ramanagaram. Nice, functional, good design. Modern design. Part of Bengaluru? Your constituency. You must visit it regularly. This is Bidar. Nice? Anybody from Bidar? Uh-huh. This is the Gurudwara in Bidar. Correct. Forts are also there. So this is the fort element come Gurudwara element included. Thank you. I'll give a deck to team here. You can go around and actually make the presentations better. Vijaypur. Nice, no? Anybody from there? Good? Which newspaper? Digital media? Please say in your media app that it is good. Thank you. This is nice functional design. Malu.
Green tree is also kept in mind. Green tree can be
Everywhere. Everywhere. Copper. Nice, good functional design. Modern design. Mandya. Yadgiri. Big station, big junction, no? Yadgiri is junction. Wadi. Both of them are very important, very complex also. Sagar Jambaguru. Nice. Shimoga district. Jog Falls के बाद. Oh. आगे आ जाओ यार, कम आपका इसके साथ फोटो होना चाहिए. ये बात look, he's happy. Our party will win. Nice, no? Nice design. Lot of thought has gone. What's important is, see, construction is easy. Construction is not difficult. But creating a station which will be there for 50 years, that is what our Prime Minister taught us. He said that make sure that the people of the place, that city, they should own that station. They should love, they should like the station. That is the thinking he brought into us. Correct.
सेल्फी पॉइंट लगाना चाहिए जरा स्टेशन आई लव यू
Good, yeah, I like it actually. Who clap? उसके लिए clap करो. जिसने clap किया उसके लिए clap करो. There is some journalist who is clapping today. Good. Nice, na? Really nice. Give satisfaction, right? Modern design. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, this is where we were. Chikmagalur. Asikere. Big junction. So in junctions, our thinking has been that how do we make more trains pass through that. In junctions, the thinking is not about beauty, thinking is more about functional efficiency. So that more and more trains can easily pass through. Hasan. Sakleshpur. Kazak. Oh, nice. What is the inspiration of the name? Jail. अच्छा. Humpy, na? This wheel with a stone chariot. In Odisha, we have that Konark wheel. Already almost on the verge of completion. Vijayanagara Empire. Now I will come to decongesting Bengaluru. I discussed the points with you, but show you on a map. The ring rail concept is like this. This is the ring rail concept. I will show you on this map sketch. This is better. As you know, we have 7 directions from which traffic comes into Bengaluru, and it goes up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1.5 years ago, we thought that looking at the city's growth and looking at the future requirements, what are the best options for the city? Option number 1 is to keep growing the metro network, right? Metro network we should have at least 300, 400 kilometers we should have, must. For 1.5 crore population we need 400 kilometers, we must. I don't think that idea of having underground tunnels has any technical, as a technocrat I can say, it's not a very good idea. It's a very painfully expensive idea which will give a very small traffic benefit. Much better idea is to have rail based, whether it is metro, suburban, ring rail. Much better idea is to have a rail based system, because only rail can take the big load away from a road. And this is not because I am railway minister, because all the urban transport experts that you can meet, they will all guide you this, and all big cities, go to Tokyo, go to Munich, go to the Chinese cities, go to Paris, go to London, go to New York. Everywhere it is the rail-based transport which takes the big load of the roads. Right? So that is the thinking. So that thinking, 7 cords get connected around the city. Around the city. So that the city can today, it is around here, this can keep going in all the directions. Right? So roughly this cord is about 20 to 40 kilometers, 25 to 40 kilometers away from the center of the city. With this, our movement, traffic movement, everywhere we have, and this is just one slide I have shown here. There is a detailed working which has happened in the last 1.5 years. Very detailed working has happened. The entire traffic movement will be done in a way, let's say a train coming from this side should be able to go this side, should be able to go this side, and should also be able to go in. A train coming from this side should be able to go all the 3 paths. Going straight is the easy thing, but going on these sides is the difficult thing. That is where our teams have done a lot of innovative work. And that work is now getting into a DPR level, detailed project report level working. And after DPR happens, then we can move to the approval stage. But this is a very big thinking for the city. This will really help the city grow in next many decades.
This is on the STR same line.
Not exactly. It is.
Pretty much it covers this.
Satellite of ring road.
It's in the previous slide. Satellite ring road after
Before STR, sir. Before STR.
This is inside STR.
Inside STR.
Just to ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರೋದು.
Inside STR?
It's just inside STR. ಅಲ್ಲೇ just ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರೋದು.
Each of these cords are 20-30 kilometer long cords, and we'll start with maybe another 1.5 years. We should be able to start on the first cord, so that at least the project starts. This is a long-term project, mid-term kind of project. This is first. This is the second project. Out of the points that I discussed earlier, this is mega coaching terminal near Devanalli. Avati, Halli, Devanalli, Nandi. Avati. This place we are developing a mega terminal. See, the thinking in railways used to be, if you have 5 platforms, good, very good, it's a big station. But we have to change that thinking. We have to change the thinking that platform should be just for boarding and unboarding, right? Boarding the train or coming out of the train. Passengers should not be on platform. Passengers should be at a concourse level. That's the thinking. Once you have that, then you can have more passengers moving from one station. Second, the maintenance today is done in the station itself. Pit line, you must have heard. That is wrong concept. We have to move out of that concept. Train should come, passengers should unboard, and train should go to the maintenance 20 km away, 30 km away. It should go there, get the maintenance done, then it should come. So similar Pune, we are developing a maintenance terminal at Uruli, and then the Pune junction can be only for passengers. Similar concept we are creating for Bengaluru now. So this combined with the work that we are already doing on the existing stations, in coming 3 to 4 years, we will have 400 trains handling in Bengaluru area. 400 trains means double of what it is today. More than double actually, it is today 180 or something, 180, 185, something like that. So it will become double of that. So that at least passengers going out of Bengaluru should not have that much of waiting list problem. That's the thinking.
Approximate estimates are for circular.
It's large. It's large.
It's 70,000.
Yeah, it's in that range. It's in that. Let me not take a number here because till the DPR is not formed, one has to be very certain when we talk to the people. We should be very clear about everything. This is the airport connectivity. Very nice concept has come. This is the rail over rail flyover, which will be built. So once that rail over rail flyover gets built, this black line is the railway line, blue line is the suburban line, and green is the metro, right? So once this rail over rail flyover will be built here, this is where the technical problem was. That has been solved now. The engineers are designing that rail over rail. With this, we'll get one more option to connect the city center with airport. And Bengaluru airport is growing every day, right? So we need to have more options. So we'll have rail, we'll have K-Ride, we'll have metro, we'll have road. All the 4 modes we will have. This, if you are interested, last 10 years, 54,000 kilometer highways, 31,000 kilometer railways, 88 airports, and a new record of 160 crore. This is very interesting. New tracks construction in the last 10 years, 31,000 kilometers. The entire network of France, more than that, added in 10 years. You remember earlier, when we were very young, we used to listen to people saying that population of this country added in 1 year, right? Now, the Modi ji's period, things are different. 5,300 kilometer railway tracks added in 1 year, last year. That is like adding Austria or Switzerland. Complete railway network, adding in 1 year. That is the pace at which we are working. And still our Prime Minister wants to do more. He says that third term, we have to work 3 times harder. That's it. Good for the country. This is railway electrification. I'm sure all of you know, 40 years it was 20,000 kilometers. 10 years, 45,000, 44,000 kilometers. What was not done in 60 years, more than that done in 10 years. Entire now network is 97% electrified. Bullet train project is going on. Each time I come here, people ask about it. Progress is very good. Almost now, how many kilometers? Each time I see the number, it is different. 350, no, where is that? 340 kilometers. 367 kilometers. So 340 was the last time when I saw this. Now it is 367 kilometers now. And very rapid pace, very good work, a lot of progress. This is a very nice, very interesting thing. You see this construction here, there is a railway line going below, right? This is the viaduct coming from this side. This is the viaduct coming from this side. And to make it without disruption, and now the Japanese want to have this technology in their country. This entire launching cranes, these are all manufactured in India. The entire girder, this girder which will be placed here is a single piece. It is lifted, then put on that viaduct, then the crane slides it. See this? and very gradually, this is moving at a pace, caterpillar. Slowly it will put it there.
Engineering genius.
Nice? And the trains are continuously operating below, right? No disturbance. Very nice. So it gives satisfaction that our country is today able to take technological challenges which many years ago we would never think. Now this is the most satisfying thing. Chenab Bridge. This is the Eiffel Tower. If you compare it with 35 meters taller than the Eiffel Tower. It's all completed, all the tests are going on, and very soon the test reports are finally coming. Then we'll be able to connect Jammu and Srinagar with this railway line. This is the test on another. This is first railway rope bridge. Testing getting done. All kinds of tests are there. So many. There's very, very complex technology, and especially in the Himalayas.
Same thing as Srinagar to Baramulla?
That is this, yes, Srinagar to Baramulla. Srinagar to Baramulla is easy. It's in the valley. Jammu to Srinagar is the difficult part because it passes through the entire hills. Nice, gives lot of satisfaction. This is again Chennai. Testing at 110 kilometers per hour. This bridge was so difficult to construct, but it is now finally in shape. Look at this. कैसे बोलेंगे कन्नड़ में? अंदर गर्व आता है. हिम्मे. Feel happy about it. Feel proud about this. What our people have done. When you stand there, na. Very fast. It's like a funnel. So wind flow is also very fast. Wind speeds are like really. It's a Richter zone 4, highest Richter zone. Vande Bharat. What I wanted to show you, have seen the trains, many of you have traveled, right? And I keep getting good and bad feedback, mostly good. Sometimes, this is what I wanted to show you. Vande sleeper, design, look at the design. Now the testing is done, and during test, see this is Vande Bharat sleeper. Look at this one. We did this glass test. Look at what? Glass of water. That's the design. Feel good now? That kind of designing this kind of thing requires a lot of effort. Because mostly it's easy to do a routine design, but designing such a complex machine. Amrit Bharat, again, 1000 kilometer, 450 rupees. But look at the new Amrit Bharat 2.0. The design is as good as the Vande Bharat sleeper. It's non-AC, but as good as the Vande Bharat sleeper. And this is what we are now, today I proposed for Bengaluru. Namo Bharat train. First one is running between Ahmedabad and Bhuj. Second one also done. And see, normally what we do is, we design two trains, manufacture them. Whenever we are doing a new technology, we do two prototypes, run them for some time, and then make improvements. version 1, version 2, version 3, that kind of thing. So this is now, this is version 1, version 2 is even better. Of course, this is very liked by the people. Customers really, really like it. Passengers are very happy with it. All the feedback that we got is very positive feedback.
We can rotate the chair.
So all the
Not in this.
all the locomotives are from the rail coach factory only.
All manufactured in our own factories. So this is the train we are thinking for. Today only we have proposed for our suburban, so that we can get good quality, high quality train, very comfortable, absolutely no jerks anywhere, very, very good. So this budget, the closing page, this budget we decided, our Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Finance Minister decided 50 new Namo Bharat trains, 200 Vande Bharat trains and 100 Amrit Bharat trains. So friends, thank you for your very, very patient.
Those rare press conferences where the press people applaud.
Rare press conference where the press people applaud. No, we are not press and we are all one team, yeah.
Sir, actually, it's an engineering marvel.
We are all one team only. What is the difference? Questions? Yes, questions. We'll do in a systematic manner. We'll start from the left, then go to the right. Okay, so left should have more opportunity. Yes, begin.
From Hubli to Kanyakumari, it is operated special basis. The board is already approved. Permanent basis, when will be operated?
Hubli to Kanyakumari. It is run on a special basis. Okay. I'll check it. I'll check it immediately. Sir.
The special train,
I
the demand is
understood the point. Understood को कन्नड़ में कैसे बोलते हैं? अर्थ आयतु.
There is hue and cry in southern India about GST devolution. I want your comment on that. Second thing is about education. You have not said anything about.
About?
One is education. Pure science part of it. China produces 1,500 scientists every year. Only we are producing. Third one is we talk about stopping Chinese imports in India. Modi ji, that's 2 days back you mentioned. If you see in manufacturing market, if you see in auto market, if you see in mobile market, 90% are being traded in the country. So your comment.
See, all of you are very aware, very well read, intellectually, very high knowledge journalists, right? I am sure all of you know that it was Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji who changed the formula from 32% to 42%, right? For the devolution of taxes. Correct, sir? 32 to 42? I need more cheat sheets. 32 to 42%, yeah. So 42% tax share for the state governments, that is the first thing which our government has done, NDA government has done. Our Prime Minister has taken that decision. Before that it used to be only 32%, right? So those who are today looking at the numbers, they should also compare with the numbers of the past. That is first. Second, apart from the tax devolution, which is of course a record number now, there are many other ways by which the funds come to a state. For example, the railway budget allocation. Correct? I gave you one example today. Against 800 35 crore, it is now 7,564 crore. For example, national highway projects. For example, airport projects. For example, data centers. For example, electricity transmission projects. All these projects should be counted together to look at what the state has got. Right? Now, beyond that, the central government has, over last 3 years, created a special assistance program where a 50-year loan-free amount is given. The amount used to be 1 lakh crore earlier. This year it is 1.5 lakh crore, 1,50,000 crore, where states can give projects, and under that approval, the states can then get more funds. What we need to do today's world so that our people's aspirations are fulfilled is that we should come out of the blame game and we should look at really working for the benefit of the people, whichever party we are in. That is the right approach in my opinion, and I keep requesting the state governments to support the projects in whether it is railway, highway. Honorable Shri Gadkari ji also keeps asking for that support so that the land acquisition issues, other issues can be solved. Education, our Prime Minister, after almost 3 decades, created a new national education policy. And I am sure you are aware that 390 new universities have been established in the last 10 years. 390 universities is like almost every week one new university is getting established. That is the pace at which focus has been put on education. And all possible modern technology methods are made available to the students. For example, 5G, when 5G came, we established 100 5G labs across the country in the universities. When semiconductor program started, we have created 234 universities where we are giving the latest semiconductor design tools to the students across the country so that students can actually learn practically. To your point, so that we can compete in the world of technology today. 2 questions. Which was the? No, we are going one by one. Sorry, we are going one by one. Sir. No. First row. Yeah. Sir. That is an unfair narrative. As I explained, we must look at all the funds coming through variety of methods. And tax devolution also has increased from 32% to 42%. Calculations are wrong. Calculations, they must check the calculations. They must look at entire fund which comes through variety of projects. That's why I'm saying time has come when people who work, they will be rewarded. We have seen in Delhi. Person who was trying to just create a false narrative, he has been punished by the people. Right? Yes, sir.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
you can-
raising Bangalore journalist. So very rare find to find a union minister who raised expressions on the chip. 2 questions, sir. One is about the metro ticket pricing of Bangalore. You've seen the last 10 days how there is a brouhaha over the issue, and Tejas has been campaigning on that issue. So who should be blamed as far as this is concerned? Second thing is that there is a narrative that not much money is being put in the kitty of the state government, especially Congress role, because the union government wants to penalize the states for the guarantees. The Congress says that they want to put more money in because poor people's pockets because of the.
This is, see, again, metro, I'm not talking about blame game. I'm just telling you the facts. Facts are the responsibility lies with the state government, like K-Ride. Like K-Ride, for metro also the responsibility lies with the state government. The state government is, and this is not just in Karnataka. It is true in the case of Delhi, it's true in the case of Chennai, in case of Telangana, in case of Mumbai. Every place the metro projects are basically governed by the state government, and rightly so, because state government knows the ground realities of a city, so they should be in the prime decision making position for every metro project.
There can be a formula where people are not penalized.
So please ask this question to the state chief minister.
But afterwards,
Fair hiking has to be, that question has to be given to the state government.
the price fixation committee is from Delhi.
Price fixation committee is not from Delhi. The price fixation proposal has to be prepared by the state government.
But price fixation is done by the
No, sir, this is wrong. Factually wrong. The state government is responsible for everything related to metro, and they should be asked this question.
3 lakh riders have come.
Tejasvi ji wants to add to it.
One second, sir. Sir has made it abundantly clear that the responsibility for proposing to even constitute the fare fixation committee lies with the state government. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿದೆ. ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ದರವನ್ನ ಏರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಎನ್ನುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪವನ್ನ 2 ತಿಂಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ತಾಕೀತಿನ ಮೇಲೆ. 2017ರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೂ ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ಫೇರ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಇತ್ತು, ಮೆಟ್ರೋ ಫೇರ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಹಾಲಿನ ದರ ಏರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ದರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಟ್ಯಾರಿಫ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, BMTC KSRTC ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದೇ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ BMRCL ನ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಫೇರ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಷಯ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಇದು ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಡೊಮೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿ. BMRCL ಫೇರ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಗೆ 105% ಫೇರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಫೇರ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು 54%, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ವಿರೋಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ BMRCL ಕೇಳಿರುವಂತದ್ದು 105 ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ.
One second. Yeah.
Any timer program for student Amrut station, sir?
Total program is about 5 years. Most of the smaller stations will be done within mostly by 2026, and some projects will go into 2027.
So on the funds I said, on the guarantees, the Congress says that other states.
I have replied already. No? I have already replied. Second row, this side. No, we are coming from in a sequence. Yeah. Please.
सभी के लिए सुविधा रेलवे से मिल रहे हैं, लेकिन गांव वाले काम करने के लिए इधर बेंगलुरु आ रहे हैं. बेंगलुरु के पहले हमारा उत्तराखंड का बीजापुर बोला था ना, बीजापुर से बॉम्बे जाते थे, वो उधर एक लोकल ट्रेन था. उस टाइम कोरोना में वो क्लोज हो गया.
बीजापुर से बॉम्बे
था.
I'll take a note of that.
ऐसे ही हमको है ना, बहुत सारे गुलबर्गा, रायचूर, बल्लारी से बहुत सारे बेंगलुरु में काम करने आते थे. उसलिए एक लोकल ट्रेन होने से ना बहुत सुविधा होता है.
ठीक, I'll take note of that. Second, third, from here. Yeah. I'll tell about Ubli.
What opportunities will be available for private sector participation in Indian railways? And coming to the railways financial health, what measures will be taken to improve Indian
railway's financial health? Are there any plans to retrieve railway fares or charges?
So, see, railway is a large organization spread across the country. Most of the income or revenue that we earn is coming from cargo operations. In case of passenger operations, I'll give an example. If the cost of this bottle is 5 rupees, right, cost, then it will be priced at 7 rupees, right? If the cost of this pen is 20 rupees, then it will be priced mostly 22 rupees, 23 rupees, more than what the cost is. In case of railway, when the cost is 100 rupees, we price the ticket at 45 rupees, 50 rupees, that range. So that means for every passenger, there is a more than 50% subsidy being given, and the total cost of subsidy is of the order of 59,000 crore. 59,000 crore rupees. That is the total cost of subsidy for passenger operations in the railway. Despite all that, despite giving such a large subsidy, by improving the efficiency of operations in the last 10 years, we have been able to today meet all the expenses of railways and break even. We are able to break even, and railway has a huge social obligation, as you know. So we are meeting that social obligation and still breaking even. Today we are achieving a major landmark, which gives us a lot of pride. 1,600 million ton, 1.6 billion ton cargo carrying we will be achieving this year. 1.6 billion ton. Now that is like, I think only China will be larger than this. Everybody else will be then basically, so we are reaching in that bracket. While providing better services that you saw, we are still able to maintain the pricing. We are still, for last I think almost 7 years, no price hike has been made. Next. We come this side then. Sir? No question. No? Anybody? Second row? Anybody else in the second row? We go to the third.
ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಇವರೆಗಿನ ನೇರ ಪ್ರಸಾರ. ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ ಪವರ್ ಟಿವಿ. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ